Good morning दोस्तों, my name is Kamal. Today we will discuss about the ICD-10 guideline, that is chapter 1, certain infection and parasitic disease. That code range is A002 to B99. So first we will discuss about the some infections and parasitic diseases related guidelines that will help you to make you understand the international classification of 10th revision. So thank you for watching my channel. My name is Kamal. You are watching my YouTube channel Kamal Learning Coding with Kamal. Okay, so let's start this video. If you have any question, any concern, please don't hesitate and do the comment, send the comments. I will review and I will address those comment into the next video. Thank you for watching my channel and let's start this video. Infection and parasitic diseases, HIV AIDS guidelines for HIV or AIDS. What is the HIV? Human immunodeficiency virus has an incubation period of about 10 years and eventually lead to the acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, that is called AIDS, resulting in the impairment of the immune system. So HIV is generally affect the immune system and it's take 10 years times or more than 10 years to their symptoms are present into the body, right? So common, you will see here, common disease associated with HIV infection: Kaposis sarcoma case, pneumocystis, carni pneumonia PCP, Mycobacterium avium complex MSC MAC. This kind of a common associated HIV condition will affect to the immune system. Main symptoms of the acute HIV infection: systematic fever, weight loss, central malaise, headache, neuropathy, pharyngitis, mouth sore, anthrax, esophagus sore, lymphadenopathy, muscle myalgia, skin rashes, liver, spleen enlargement, gastric nausea and vomiting. This kind of symptom is generally coming. So you can recognize that if any patient having the HIV or HIV related things, they can understood how the HIV condition is spread or separate, transmission from one person to the another or to the human beings or animals. That is a sexual transmission, perinatal transmission or blood transmission, right? If the sexual transmission, male and female, male and male, this kind of concern, that time it will be spread from one person to another person. Perinatals, like if mother breastfeeding, blood and placenta, through this will be transmitted. Blood transfusion, if any patient transfused the blood with infected HIV related, that time it will be transmitted or spread to one person to another person. Code 1, there is a ICD guideline that is related to coding. So let's start. What is the first guideline is coming? Code only confirmed cases. So first guideline is saying code only the confirmed cases. If HIV is confirmed, that time we need to code. If possible, suspected or rule out and differential, this kind of that represent that HIV is not confirmed, we can't code as a B20 or Z21, because if symptomatic, as we discussed above, if symptoms are showing, that time we will use B20 code, right? B20 for the HIV. If asymptomatic, it means that in the blood test or HIV viruses are present, HIV HIV related antigen or present of the virus is a present, that time symptoms is not showing, we are coding J20. Select the sequencing of HIV, that is the second guideline. So you will see here, if the patient admit for the HIV related condition, if patient is a present for HIV related condition, so we have a one guidelines. First code B20, that is represent AIDS or HIV positive. Second code for HIV related conditions, example is given nausea, vomit, diarrhea, pneumonia, this kind of things. Second guideline is saying patient with a HIV disease admitted for unrelated condition. First code is saying, first code is an unrelated condition. For example, is given traumatic injury, burns, this kind of things. That is code as a traumatic condition will be code because that is unrelated to HIV. First, then second code will be the B20 as per symptomatic. If asymptomatic, that means the symptom is not present, that is code secondary. And third diagnosis will be coded as per HIV related condition like nausea, vomit, whatever. So for example, patient present for unrelated conditions, so first will code unrelated condition, then coded a confirmed diagnosis of the HIV or asymptomatic symptomatic, then will code the HIV related. Third condition will be coded as a HIV related condition or symptoms. Okay. Asymptomatic HIV, that code represent G or J21. What is the guideline for this? Don't use this code if the term AIDS or HIV related condition is documented into the medical record. If documented AIDS, HIV, we will not code J20. Use this code if term known as HIV, HIV positive, HIV test positive is a document only and symptom is not available in a medical record. That time we code J20, that represent as a asymptomatic. Patient with a inconclusive HIV serology, we have a separate code series R75. So if inconclusive, like test is not performed, test is showing not a confirmed or asymptomatic, symptomatic, that time we will use inconclusive. It means that a test need to again perform to verify or validate that HIV is present or not. That time if mention that inconclusive, that time we use R75. Okay. Previous diagnosis, HIV related diagnosis or illness, guideline is saying once a patient has developed an HIV related illness, the patient should always be assigned B20 code on every subsequent encounter. It means that if HIV is a once diagnosed, that will be forever. Okay. The patient previously with HIV illness, B20 code assigned, should never be assigned as R75 or Z75. It means that if patient having already HIV, so no need to code asymptomatic or R75, that is present inconclusive HIV. Okay. During the pregnancy, patient admitted because of HIV related illness, first code for the O98.7, that is present HIV disease complicating pregnancy, childbirth and puerperium. Second diagnosis will be code B20 as AIDS. And third diagnosis code HIV related illness or symptoms. So in this scenario, if pregnancy, first code will be pregnancy complication, second for the B20 for HIV, and third is related to HIV. During the pregnancy, patient admitted because of asymptomatic HIV, that time what we will code above scenario is when the patient is symptomatic. During the pregnancy, patient admitted because of asymptomatic HIV related illness, first code O98.7, second code for the Z21 as a asymptomatic HIV infection. Okay. Next scenario is coming, first code encounter for HIV, that code is a Z11.4, second code if use additional high risk behavioral if documented, like if any condition that is a high risk of behavioral, that time we code separately as a secondary diagnosis. Third diagnosis, if counseling of HIV, third code HIV counseling Z71.4, use Z71.7 even if the patient return to be informed HIV test is a negative or positive. Sorry, negative. So if HIV test is negative, that time we are code that counseling code. Okay. Coding guidelines is also there. Let's see. Coding of a disease due to certain organisms, check for the combination code. If available, use the combination code. If no combination codes is available, code first code disease, second code organisms from the chapter 1. B series code specific organisms in the case of disease classified in another chapter. Like that is a B series code. It means that viral, bacterial, antifungal, this kind of like code is there. So that code is started B96, B95, B97. So we are coding separately. So thank you for watching my video. That's all about in this slide, and I hope this video you like and share. So let's we will discuss next topic in a next video that will be related to diabetes, hypertension, and I will try to cover all ICD codings related video. Hope so you like this video. Thank you for watching my video. My name is Kamal. We will see in a next video. Thank you for watching.